Hi, Carissa.
Hi.
We are going to play carpentry today. So these boards, same as these out here, those, we have taken a sheet and we are going to, our work can't be, this is my rationale. My work can't be any worse than those that come in here and do the work. So if my little skills can do something that will save me some money, I'm going to do it. So my daughter and I are going to try putting in the ceiling for the closet in the back bedroom. We have already, it should look like this or close to it as possible. So we have measured and cut, and we are going to try and put it up. Try and see if we can maneuver a little bit for you guys to have an idea of what we had to go through to do it. So, yes, tilt it to this side, right? Now, the last carpenter made a little gadget, right? Drag it, yeah, mind your fingers, yeah, yeah. Yeah, hold it on your head now, let me get the board. Wait, you're going, man. Yeah. And then this thing now, instead of me climbing up with her, I'll use it to hold one end. I have the tacks in my pocket. And then I'm gonna hold this, alright, against. So we're gonna line it up against the wall, and then we're gonna tack around the edges. Careful. When you finish. No, I mean I would have to move this that you're standing on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so finish along that wall there first, then you come along here, then you do the middle part there where the crossboard joint is. Here you go. Okay. The condition of the boards too, some of the materials that you get, because this has some split. I don't know if you guys can see the fine splits in them. See them? Like it's bursting. Yeah. In your mind it's easy. No, the semantics, the steps, but in terms of maneuverability and positioning when you're nailing in the tacks and so on, it's stressful, right? So it's challenging. And then I'm actually puzzled about something, because even when I see the carpenters doing this, they measure, they put up, but when they put it up, the measurement still doesn't tie in with what is going on up there. So either the room, I believe it's the room, it's not in a perfect square or a rectangle or whatever. So one end of the ply is 46.5 wide in terms of width, right? And the end part on my left is 47.5 at the end. 47 at a point before you get to the end. And that it actually allows for the space to leave for you to put the two set of tacks on the two piece of ply up there. I don't know if you understand my explanation. The joints have to be shared by the two-sided ply, two sides of the ply. The ply that covers that side and the ply that's going to be covering that empty space there. So it has to leave a space there for both sections to hold on that. That's where we started. So we are on this end. But this side now, we are hoping to put in a piece simultaneously and put the both sides as we go on.
Just going somewhere in here.
Put it in your pockets. Alright, let me get this. Michelle here again. Before I tell you what I want to do. here in Ghana, I'm trying to sort out my house that I moved in without windows and doors when I left the US. Sorry for the noise. I'm hoping you can hear me. So I don't want to stay too long talking, but one of the things I think is an issue for me here is the fact that the workmanship of the various artisans is very poor. And even though you have contractors, usually diasporans, who come here, gather groups of these Ghanaians, train them or improve on what they know, as far as I'm understanding, and then they, put them to work on people's house. I have not had a good experience so far in many of the things. My roof is an issue, my windows are an issue, a number of things are an issue. This is my back, the closet. One mason did that wall, and that wall. Week before last, I reached out to another diaspora and he sent his workers because the previous mason was, giving me excuses and stretching this over weeks. I'm coming tomorrow, I'm coming next week, I'm sick, I have an emergency, so I moved on to another one. This one, I can't tell you the problems. I tried rubbing these walls, some of them. This feels a little bit better, I can tell you that. But inside the closet is kind of a mess. The bottom part was done first, then the top, and the merging it's not merging, right? But that's for another. I'm trying to see how I can sort it out, but I'm talking today about my roof, right? The carpenter did the joints and part of the bedroom. My daughter and I started this morning. So she is the carpenter, I'm the assistant, the apprentice, right? So we have measured and we have placed I think we did a good job. Right, Carissa?
100%.
We did a good job. This work now would have cost us 150 cedis per day. And depending on how long they take to put this room together, they may say it would not take a day, that take 2 days, which would mean I'd have to find 300 cedis. Rain suddenly started falling. Supposed to take, I got a vehicle to borrow and I need to take it back. But my stance on this, apart from the fact that I am short of funds, I don't have money as some do, and don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem with that. Life is just life, right? I have to see how I can save my money when I'm spending on anything. And I came to the decision to do this ceiling myself because I can do it. And in Jamaica they say every mickle make a muckle. Yeah. I am ensuring that whenever I can, I do things that will save me spending money for work that, even though I'm not an artisan in this way, I can do and it look just as good as what they're doing. So when we're finished, I'm gonna take a picture. I'll probably just attach it and you guys can tell me what your opinion is. So I'm gonna, I asked the carpenter to do this part. So this small part is left. So that's all we have to do in this area. But we completely did this part. So if we did that, I assure you we can finish this. So I'll show you the completed work. All right. Carissa is the person nailing. She's gonna finish nailing. Based on what I've experienced so far with the whole thing of workmanship, I'm beginning to understand. It's like I shouldn't complain because it should be. It is accepted. Everybody in Ghana, every diaspora, and I've spoken to so far, have agreed that they too have experienced these things. In fact, even persons in the comments have said they have had issues just like that. So my question is do we accept it and move on, or do we try to change it? I know many will say Africa is not there with many things, and you come to Africa knowing it's not so developed as other countries, even as Jamaica, because I've heard those comments. So you must just accept it as it is. I don't totally agree, but you guys can tell me what you think.